Hello and welcome to another KB train spotting video, and today we're at Downham Market in Norfolk. Today we're going to do a slightly different video today. It's going to be about the history of the railway really, a little bit, when it's Network South Eastern, because this station has got very unique back in time sort of like livery looks of the station like anything. And as you can see, Downham Market, it's got the old Network South East logo underneath, and we're going to see a lot of that there while we're here. It's going to be fantastic, and yeah, it's going to be brilliant, this station. And as you can see over there, we are going to go over there a bit later on and see what's occurring, which is very unique, and it's never, when seeing this sign, it reminds me of my childhood. And but yes, and we'll get more when we get onto the station. Now we are actually in the station now, and now you can see in the sign now here, saying Network South East, welcome to Downham Market. Oh, that gave me back vibes, gave me back memory of that sort of sign, sort of livery. No, it sort of reminds me of sort of like, I'm sort of back at 10 years old, 9 years old again, sort of time era. Really does. And station building there, and the other side, which is the line which is going platform 2 going towards Kinkling, and oh, it really does give me zest. Somewhere I want to come here to. Just get me back vibes, remember how old like childhood and time era. And look at just the poles, back to the original red of Network South East. It's just like, you know, so nice, and they kept it so well, apparently what I heard. So yeah, so brilliant. And yes, and yeah, we're going to see quite a few stuff here, and little bits and pieces and stuff like that. It's just like, it's so well kept as well, which is so good. And there's a signal box, situation, not signal, yeah, signal to change the tracks, no, rather. And it's still got the original Downham Market sort of like Network South East on the top. But you can still see some Network South East signs on top signals and stuff like that, a little bit on and off. If you look carefully, I think there's one in Chelmsford, I think, you know, but it's very raggy, very old, not kept, you know, from the era. I think you can find one of them sort of similar like that on sort of top like that in Chelmsford, so I do know. But there are still a little more ones around still, I would say. But this one is just well kept. It really is. I mean, look at the ticket machine. I mean, it was like a modern era, really, where it's Great Northern, it has to put Great Northern down the bottom for Great Northern Station. But look at it, it's in the original Network South East livery. And the sign down the bottom, when it's in Norfolk, it's still got actually got the logo of the Network South East. So, oh, it's just brilliant. It's a station, you know, to come to on a nice day. Just come here. It's just lovely, you know. It's just like very historic, very sort of like late, sort of like early 90s, sort of way, shall we say? Very early 90s, and it's just remind me of that era of sort of like early 90s. In some places, you know, we're still like this, sort of like mid-90s really, to be fair, when it was transferring over in. And that's how I do remember me to be. Probably wasn't 9, probably I'll say probably about 6, probably about 6, 7 or 8 sort of livery, I'll say one of my time more likely. But hey-oh, you know what it is, you know, that is just a bit of history. So we'll get more when we go across the station, and some more signs and liveries and stuff like that. Now we've got another sign here. No one says it's way out, go towards that side, and Downham Market, and now sort of nice looking signs, and back from Network South East sort of like livery. And when you think about this, to just clarify more, you know, we're going back to. We are going back to nationalisation. This is from nationalisation when it was before, and we're going back to it. We are literally going back to renationalisation, but with GBR, and with probably all different signs and stuff like that then. But yeah, exactly. So we'll get more when we go across. Now we got some sort of benches, which is look from the Network South East era, sort of look and everything, which is nice to see. We've got some plant pots, which is all nice to have a bit. We've got all the lamp posters, which is all the original sort of look, and they are original look, and they're not modern look like lamp posters. They are how it was, you know, totally. Mind about the newish, you know, destination board, but we just completely forget about that, you know. I think they're missing. I think there is one thing they're missing. I mean, with the time situation, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Have the old-fashioned one when it was like the old Network South with chunk. Get one of them times. You know, that's what they're missing really here. But anyway, it's still good anyway. And but yes, nice sort of plants and everything like that. So yes, and it's a good sign there, sort of like just kept it so well. You know, of course it's been done up probably by volunteers, I'm sure they are, but it's just like, you know, it's nice to have get a bit of history really situation, and it's free to hear. It's free to get on the station, shall we say, but it's not. Before you get on the train and come here, you have to pay the rail fare, but you know, but to actually just look at it, you know, situation, look at those that around, or just drive here, and it's free to do. So yeah, it looks all great and situation like that. So yeah, probably go over to the other side, back to the other side, and probably a little bit like that sort of situation. So yeah, get a view from the other, right over the other end, and we'll go from there. Now we're on view of the other side situation, and yeah, it's just so well kept. So well kept. It's awfully, as I've said earlier, sure it's volunteers and that kind of stuff, and it's just well kept. And yes, it is. Shame there's not. There's a few bits I want to see, but a shame there's not like a bit more the museum point of view here, really, to be honestly. But there is a room on that's showed a bit as well, a bit later, which is obviously just a waiting room. And but yes, and it's just pretty awesome, really. It's just now I just wish they do keep it like this when it goes towards GBR. You know, until keep it like this, you know, this sort of way from the nationalisation from before, you know. It's just hoping that they will keep it like it, you know, shall we say, you know, to be honestly. But yes, it is brilliant. So get a few more and then I'll show you a short video, but you know, it's nice to get something a bit different. Now we get another view. I have to keep on walking this, but I have to go through a railway crossing, so I have to keep walking. But you can get a view, sense of what it's like through the crossing. And but yes, I have to keep on walking. But yeah, and that's what it is from another point of view. Now we got some more signs here. some old sort of look from how it was back in the days. Network South East, back from the last privatised last nationalisation, and we've got some tell people where they are, and then we've got this one about way out, and there's some nice little sign. Forget about that one on the right. That's just a modern sort of Thameslink Great Northern thing. We don't really worry about that one, to be honestly. We just focus on these old-fashioned sort of look, of course, to make it look like how it's back in the days. So yeah. There's the waiting room times. You can see situation like that. I can't tell you much here, but it's seeing driver Daniel Edwards picture logo thing, and the train's on there, picture of it, 61994. So yeah, and can't show you much about that one, but hey ho, it's the way it goes. So yeah, and come across here. And another one, another ticket machine, looking like how it was, the delivery of Network South East era. And yes, so but it's pretty awesome, really. It just is. We're gonna walk down this one, and then we are pretty much out, really, to be honestly. And so yeah, we'll get more when we get to the other side. Now we've got another sign there with Network South East. Welcome to Downham Market there. Bit an odd place, I would say, to be honestly. Right at the end of the platform here, but hey ho, end of the platform's right here. But hey ho, that's the way it goes, and it just looks like it's brilliant, fantastic. And I like the livery. I like the Network South East livery. I always have done, to be honest. So I think it's very nice livery. I don't think the nationalisation will be the same livery. I do not know, but it's a lovely livery. It's really nice. I said, but yeah. So now we're going to turn over the other side, and yeah. So that is just sort of like the station, and as I sort of come here, I heard about it and saw videos about it, so why not get along and see the old look of the old livery and everything, just nose around the station a bit. So but yeah, so that's here from Downham Market, and yeah, so we still was a bit more here. We still had a Network South Eastern clock. That would be quite an awesome if they had one of them here. Oh, and also I think it would be nice to have a little museum thing. It's sort of like just Nembra sort of like from the era, shall we say, just like old photographs and that kind of stuff, and a little bit sayings about it, and that would be nice as well. But hey, you can't moan, it's free, so you can't moan much. And if you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Please write any comments, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And yes, so next video, I haven't got a clue, and but yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye from me from Downham Market in Norfolk, and goodbye.